Welcome to the 2026 First Robotics Competition Game, Rebuilt, presented by Haas. Two alliances of 3 teams each compete to earn points by scoring fuel and climbing their tower. Alliances earn additional rewards for meeting additional scoring thresholds. Robots start each match on their starting line and may be preloaded with up to 8 fuel. During the first 20 seconds of this in the outpost, human players can also throw from the outpost into the outpost. The fuel is stored in a hub. It is returned back to these ships and the end game. During the shifts, hubs are either active or inactive. Each fuel scored in an active hub is worth 1 point. To start telling both hubs are active for the 10-second transition shift. Next are the Alliance shifts. The Alliance that scores the most fuel in auto will have their hub inactive for the 25-second duration of Alliance shift 1. The opposing Alliance hub will be active.
Alright, man, so how many years have you been in First and what part of the team are you on?
This is going to be my 3rd year in First, and I am part of the CAD team.
Nice. What obstacle are you looking forward to tackling this year?
Probably keeping the robot short enough.
What do you think is going to be the most challenging part of this year?
Figuring out how to make a robot that can climb up the ladder, for lack of a better term, without tipping, breaking, or falling.
That makes sense. What do you think the meta will be of this year?
Just scoring really, really fast.
I mean, it makes sense. What would you say would be like the best teammates to have, like other robots to be with yours?
Probably going with a defense bot would be really, really beneficial, and then just another robot that can score really quickly.
Makes sense. Also, final question. What do you think Mark Rober is going to be at the First Championship this year?
Considering he was at the one in 2024 and not at the one last year, maybe, but probably not.
What do you think of that new teleop thing?
The flip-flopping?
Yeah.
It's gonna be so confusing. It's not gonna make any sense for the first, 2 competitions, but I think eventually people will understand it.
Alright, go.
Alright, so what team are you guys a part of?
We are part of Ferrodermis, or 6574.
And what are you guys a part of specific sub-teams?
I am part of the programming sub-team. Oh my gosh.
I'm part of the program and assembly team, and it's my 1st year.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask. How many years have you been in First?
I've been in First for 3 years now. This is my 3rd year.
So what is your guys' favorite parts about working on or with the robot?
My favorite part is, I think, getting to help build it sometimes, because sometimes I'm just not, don't need, yeah.
You're fine. Take your time.
It's because sometimes programming doesn't need, a lot of work, a lot of people to work on it, because our little corner gets crowded pretty easily. So I just go and do other stuff.
So based off of this year's game, what obstacle are you looking most forward to tackling?
I wanted to figure out the climbing, but I'm not sure if our team is going to do that. Because I know they were talking about building a smaller robot than what we usually do.
But with unlimited slots, I'm likely to get them. I wasn't listening halfway though.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought we were using a laundry basket.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I thought we were using a laundry basket because there was one that was, the video said there was a laundry basket. Oh, so we're getting the $1 item.
Alright, so kind of like how with every year we have the defense bot, or like last year we had the coral bot, what type of robots do you think are going to be the best to have as teammates?
Wait, we are allowed to play defense in this game? I
think so.
I do not.
I would assume so.
We were allowed to
would
play
think
defense
there's
last
no
year, it
way.
was just very rule strict.
There's no way they would have the thing where you can't score for a period and not allow
Have defense.
Yeah.
Because then what would you do for 25 seconds.
go and collect
Balls.
fuel, I
Okay.
guess.
I forgot you have to use it in Cody.
So like a shuttle bot
Yeah,
going back and forth.
going back and forth and pushing fuel into your area.
Yeah.
With
I know it's your first year, but
Come
like
on.
just
I forgot the question again. Please repeat.
so like how you have like a defense bot or like a shuttle bot. What kind of robots do you think would be good teammates to have?
The one that can climb, because I feel like we won't be able to do the climbing part.
climbing
though.
does get a lot of points.
The 30 points is what I want to do.
All right, and then one last question. With the inactive and active system for the hub, what are your thoughts on it?
When I first saw it, I was like, what? What is going on? And then they explained it. I was like, oh wait, okay, that makes more sense now. But I feel like teams are going to utilize when it's inactive to stock up on fuel and get ready for when it turns back on.
Defending, because if we use that time, which is
Or
like
def-
25 seconds, right?
Yeah, it's like 25 seconds, right? For
Yeah, roughly. Kind of.
I don't know.
It was like around.
It's like 20 to 25 seconds.
And then, or use the time when their thing's inactive to go and play defense on the other team.
All right, go.
What FRC team are you a part of?
Team 930.
All right, and what do you do on the team? Like what part of a sub team are you on?
I am the electrical sub lead, and I also assist with first impact.
How many years have you been in first?
This is my 5th year.
All right, what is your favorite part about working on the robot?
Like the robot specifically, or the team?
The robot.
The robot. Just seeing it go through its different stages is really cool, and seeing how it goes from just being a drive base to something that moves and has lights and all the cool electrical things we get to do is really fun.
With this year's game, what obstacle are you looking most forward to tackle?
Ooh, it's a hard one. I really am looking forward to that's hard. Lots of things. I was part of the team on 2022, and we had the hub, so I'm excited to see the return of that, and just all the amount of fuel that you can put into the robot. I think will be really interesting with storage.
What type of robots? So like how we always have the defense bot or whatever, what type of robots do you think are going to be the best to have on a team?
I think probably having a shuttle bot will be really important with the inactive and active parts. So when you're inactive, getting all those parts, all the fuel over to your side so that when it is active, you can just shoot is really important, I think.
How do you feel about the inactive and active tele-op?
It's definitely unique. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I think it will be really fun, but also really stressful, so it'll be really interesting.
What about that? Whatever. Go.
So first question, what team are you guys a part of?
We're a part of Team 6643 Walnuts and Bolts from Racine, Wisconsin.
And then how long have you guys been a part of first?
This is going to be my third year. This is our 3rd year
We joined sophomore year. Nope.
as 8th graders.
8th grade.
All right, so what is your guys' favorite part about working with or on the robot?
Personally, I just like getting to use all the big kid tools and be cool.
I like to try to learn more about all the parts and figure out what I need to know going on about robot stuff and for career stuff.
All right, so with this year's game, what do you guys think, like what obstacle are you looking most forward to tackling?
None of them.
Probably the hanging part, because that's gonna be a big one for us, because we haven't really been able to hang for the last 2 years that I've been here.
So maybe it's like 3 times the charm?
Hopefully, because you can't. I don't think you can park this year.
I don't think
It
there's
wasn't
a
specified. I feel, but yeah.
Okay, and then, So like how we have a defense bot and whatever, what type of robots do you think would be the best teammates for this year's game?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think, I feel like a defense bot wouldn't really be able to do that much, if I'm going to be totally honest. I mean, besides blocking them from getting the pieces, there's really nothing a defense bot can do. Because can you cross sides or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good to like block the other ramp and definitely block the part you go under for defense.
Yeah, that could be one strategy, I guess.
And then someone I was talking to said you can cover your intake and push fuel away from other players on a different team. So I think defense could be good for that.
I feel like it'd be more strategic to have more of the other bots, the cool ones.
The shooter bots.
Yes, the shooters.
Consecutive scoring ones.
Yeah.
All right, and then one last question. What are your guys' thoughts on the inactive and active shifts?
Let's just say I struggle as it is to drive the robots. The inactive part is just it's gonna kill me. I guarantee it right now. I'm going to be the one person on our team who's gonna shoot it during the inactive time and not even realize it.
I think it'll give a good time to reset and make sure you're ready to score right after. And for defense a little bit.
Go.
What team are you part of?
Team 930.
And what sub-team are you on?
I am on the programming sub-team.
How many years have you been in first?
This is my second year here.
What is, in general, your favorite part about working on the robot?
Probably being able to see all of it come together, that the strategies, that the programming that we are able to put it together and it all works together. And it's so satisfying to be able to see the end result of all of your work when it's playing on the field or you're scoring or something. During the actual building, likely for programming, it's being able to test something and seeing that it works, because you know that you validated that most of your previous work has been for something and it works well.
So with this year's game, what obstacle are you looking most forward to tackling?
Probably looking forward to tackling the idea of how we're going to get as many balls as possible into the hub, because it's going to take a lot of calculations to be able to figure out how exactly we can aim the turret, if we have one on a robot, to be able to score the balls into the hub from the farthest distance, because we're going to be wanting to grab balls from the neutral zone, cycle up just close enough that you're able to physically score into the hub. And we're just gonna have a lot of fun trying to figure out exactly what would be the best orientation for the robot to be able to score.
So how we have defense bots and the coral bots last year, what type of robots do you think are gonna be wanted as teammates?
Probably we're going to want as many scoring bots as possible. I don't believe that there will be as much defense, because there are 2 routes for the robots to go through. So they would have to have like 2 defense bots to actually be effective, and I don't think they would want to do that unless they somehow take a lot of balls from one area, so they're forced to kind of go through the other area.
So here's my question for you. How do you feel about the inactive and inactive states of the hub?
I think that they are going to make it fairly complicated, but they might keep it so that not as much chaos happens at one time, so that teams are able to focus and in the moment make decisions about the change to their strategies. So while it is very complicated, well, not very complicated, but it is a very good thing to have in place to make sure that the neutral zone doesn't get too crowded with too many people trying to score and get balls.
Go.
All right, so what team are you guys on?
6-6. 6-6-4-3. Walnuts and bolts.
All right, and how long have you guys been a part of First?
This is his first year. This is my second year.
All right, so what is your guys' favorite part about working on or with the robot?
The coding.
The coding?
Yeah, I like touching the electronics. I like the lights.
So with this year's game, what obstacle are you guys looking most forward to tackling?
I like the little shooty ball thing that looks fun to use.
I want to throw the ball over the thing.
You wanna be the
to
human player.
Yeah.
So with like how we have a defense bot or shooter bot, what type of robots do you guys think is going to be best as teammates this year?
I feel like shooter bot.
Yeah.
You need a lot of points. There's a lot of opportunities to get points. You might as well just focus on that.
There's 504 balls. You gotta get some of them. So, shooter bot.
All right. So with what are your guys' thoughts on the inactive and active states of the hub?
I think it'll be confused. Do you think there'll be like a beep each time? There's gonna be like a lot of
I don't.
beeps.
Do you think there's gonna be? I don't know if there's gonna be a beep each time. I think it'll be more confusing if there isn't, because then you just have to be focusing on the lights and seeing if they turn on or off.
I feel like I'm gonna forget about it. I don't think I'm gonna remember that.
So, do you guys think Mark Rober is going to be at the first championship this year?
No.
Yes.
Didn't he die?
What?
I thought he died.
No, he didn't die. What do you mean?
So, what team are you a part of?
I'm a part of Core 2062.
And does your team have sub-teams? And if they do, what sub-team are you a part of?
We do have sub-teams. I am a part of 3. I am the safety captain, I'm the scouting lead, and I am the co-programming lead.
How many years have you been involved in FIRST?
4.
4 years. All right. So what is your favorite part about working with or on the robot?
I don't really necessarily work with the robot, but I do kind of like figure out, I mainly work on mathematical and physics issues. So kind of like figuring out how much a motor would have to spin to properly launch something.
Consider that working with the robot. So with this year's game, what obstacle are you looking most forward to tackling?
It's probably defense in the common. Because there's no really good strong way to get around it, other than specifically just going in and then trying to quickly go out with a square bot. But if there's like a tank drive that's specifically there just to bother or block other people, that can be a major issue.
So with this year's game, also like how we have like a defense bot or a shooter bot, what type of those robots do you think would be best to have as teammates?
Currently I think having probably 1 defense and 2 shooters are probably good enough. So that you can prioritize shooting. While having a little bit of defense, because most likely they're going to follow the same idea because it's a shooting heavy game.
So one other question for you. With the inactive and active hub states, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a creative idea. I really like when they kind of add different twists, kind of like 2019, I think it was, with like lunar dust or blocking the view. I really like when they kind of like add in different or interesting twists that especially affect point scoring.
You want me to ask the question, Brady?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so there's one final question. It's a little bit more of a silly question. Do you think that Mark Rober is going to be at the championship this year?
I think he will be.
You think you will?
Yeah.